the street, and the rhythm of the city is a busy and a noisy beat. But when I close my eyes at night, I'm back inside that old-time yard, where the life was very simple and the living wasn't quite so hard. I can feel the coldness of the handle on the door of our old room, and I can smell the jasmine and the heavy sweet hibiscus bloom. I know I left for a reason, and I know I had to fly away, but a part of me is sitting in that kitchen every single day. I'm a ghost inside the hallway of the house I used to call my own, listening to the silence and the heavy low and steady moan. I left my favorite record and I left my favorite floral shawl. They're probably still sitting in the shadows by the plaster wall. I wonder if he's noticed that the spirit of the house has fled, or if he's sitting lonely on the edge of our old wooden bed. The distance is 1,000 miles, but the heart doesn't know the time. It's still busy climbing up that heavy and that stony mountain climb. I see the ghost of my own shadow walking quiet through the inner door, and I can feel the smoothness of the polish on the wooden floor. I'm the ghost in the hallway, I'm the shadow in the room, caught between the memory and the coming of the heavy doom. I left the house behind me, but the house is living in my chest, and I can't find a single moment of a quiet or a peaceful rest. The hallway, the memory. I tried to buy some new curtains, but they didn't have that perfect shade, the one that matched the sunlight and the promises that we had made. I saw a man who walked like him, and my heart began to skip a beat, until I realized it was just a stranger on a busy street. I'm haunted by the ghost of the woman that I used to be back then, before the world got heavy and before I lost the where and when. I wonder if the neighbor's cat is still sitting on the garden wall, or if the ivy's grown so thick it started to cover up it all. I can hear the faucet dripping in the sink inside my weary mind, leaving all the pieces of my happy life so far and far behind. I put on a new dress, but it feels like a disguise upon my skin, because I'm still wearing the sorrow and the memory from within. The hallway is a bridge that stretches back across the lonely years, built out of the laughter and the saltiness of 1,000 tears. I'm a traveler in the spirit, and I'm a wanderer in the dark, trying to find the ending of a journey and a tiny spark. There's an unfinished song still hanging in the rafters of that place, and I can't find the melody or find the beauty of your face. I'm a ghost inside the hallway, and I'm a ghost inside the dream, floating like a petal on a heavy and a rolling stream. I thought if I left, the noise would stop. I thought I could just start over, but every time I turn a corner, every time I open a door, I expect to see that long hallway. I expect to see you. I didn't just leave a house, I left a piece of my soul, and now it's haunting me. So I'll sit here a visitor who stayed too late, wrestling with the irony and the heavy pressure of my fate. I'm a ghost in the hallway, and I'm a ghost inside your weary head, living in the silence of the things that we have never said. One day the walls will fall and the roof will finally come down, and we'll both be forgotten in this dusty and this heartless town. But until that morning comes, I'll be walking in the middle of the night, caught between the shadow and the flicker of the candlelight. I'm still there, in the corner, watching you.
It's biting at my skin, watching as the workers let the heavy travelers in. You're standing with your suitcase and your coat against your chest, looking like a bird that's finally leaving from the nest. I checked the ticket in your hand a dozen times or more, to make sure it was solid and to make sure it was sure. It cost me every evening and it cost me every day to find the silver coins to send you on your lonely way. But I don't regret the sweat and I don't regret the toil, planting all my hopes inside this dry and stony soil. I see the engine smoking and I hear the whistle blow, and I'm bracing for the moment when I have to let you go. You're looking at me sideways with a question in your eye, asking if I'm coming or if this is the goodbye. But we both know the truth of it, we both know the score. There's only room for one to walk through that open door. So take the wings I gave you and fly across the sea. Carry every dream that was meant for you and me. I'll be the anchor in the harbor, I'll be the stone upon the shore, waiting for the day when we don't have to struggle anymore. The ticket for one, the battle is won. Don't you look behind you when you step up on the deck. Don't you let the memory become a heavy wreck. I want you walking tall and I want you walking proud, higher than the mountain and higher chance to be a better man, the shining culmination of a long and desperate plan. I'm just the foundation, I'm just the hidden root, content to stay in darkness so the tree can bear the fruit. The water's getting wider and the distance is a wall, and I'm feeling very lonely and I'm feeling very small. But every time you succeed and every time you win, it's like I'm shedding all the sorrow and I'm shedding all the sin. Just keep your eyes on the horizon. I'm gonna stand here until the ship is just a speck of dust. Then I'm gonna go back to work. I did what I had to do. Now you go do what you were born to do. The sun is finally rising over the cranes and over the bay, yeah, marking the beginning of a long and lonely day. I can't see your face no more, I can't see your waving hand as the iron ship is pulling far away from the land. I'll keep your letters in a box underneath my wooden bed, rereading every word that your steady hand has said. And if the years get heavy and if the road gets tough, just remember that the love we had was always quite enough. I'm walking back to town now with the wind at my back, following the rhythm of a dusty, well-worn track. The house is gonna be quiet and the nights are gonna be long, but I'll keep on humming the melody of our unfinished song. A sacrifice is a fire that cleanses out the soul, making all the broken pieces finally feel whole. So fly away, my darling, and don't you ever fear, because the spirit of my promise is always gonna be near. I'm still here. You're over there. It's enough.
City lights are blinding and the air is full of smoke, and I'm wearing this new suit like it's a heavy iron yoke. I'm sitting in this room with the books upon the shelf while I'm trying to find the pieces of my old and former self. I can still feel the roughness of your hand against my palm before I traded in the chaos for this cold and lonely calm. I know what it cost you, I know the price you paid. Inside the quiet darkness of the choices that we made, you stayed behind in the dust while I climbed into the sky. And I'm haunted by the ghost of our final sharp goodbye. Every meal I eat tastes like the sweat upon your brow, and I'm wondering if I'm worthy of the promise and the vow. I'm a man of opportunity, I'm a man of great success, but I'm hiding all the sorrow underneath a fancy dress. The weight of the gift is more than I can bear when I look into the mirror and I see you standing there. It's a ticket for one, but I'm living for two. In everything I say and in everything I do, you gave me the world, but you took away the heart. Now I'm trying to find a way to make a brand new start. The weight of the gift. month on the 15th day, trying to find a way to wash the bitterness away. I tell you about the weather and I tell you about the street, but I don't tell you about the people that I never want to meet. They look at me and see a man who's made it to the top, but they don't see the engine that I can't seem to stop. I'm running on the fuel of your sacrifice and tears, stretching out the seconds into long and lonely years. I saw a picture of the yard and it made me wanna cry, to think of you still standing underneath that heavy sky. I'm living out the dream that we dreamed when we were small, but it feels like I'm just staring at a blank and empty wall. The success is a shadow and the gold is just a chain that keeps me tethered tightly to the memory and the pain. I'd give it all back just to sit upon a porch instead of carrying this heavy and this lonely golden torch. Today who look just like you. Same walk, same set of shoulders. I almost ran across the street. Then I remember you're 3,000 miles away. You're back there, and I'm here. Sometimes I hate this ticket. I hate the look that picked me. I'll study through the night until the lamp begins to fade, honoring the bargain and the sacrifice you made. I'll be the doctor or the lawyer or whatever you require, walking through the garden and walking through the fire. But when I close my eyes, I'm back beside the gate, wrestling with the irony and the cruelty of fate. I hope you know I love you, I hope you know I care, even if I'm breathing in a different kind of air. One day I'll come back with my pockets full of gold, and I'll tell you all the stories that have never been told. But for now I'm just a traveler on a long and lonely road, carrying the burden of a heavy, heavy load. The ticket for one was the hardest thing to take, a heartbreaking choice for a single person's sake. I'll see you in the morning, I'll see you in the night, caught between the shadow and the flicker of the light. I'm trying. I hope you're proud. I'm doing it for us.
The Sunday morning sun is streaming through the colored glass. I feel the eyes of every neighbor watching as I pass. I'm sitting in the back pew where the shadows like to stay, while the preacher talks of fire and the narrow holy way. They whisper in the aisles and they whisper at the gate about the man I'm loving and the cruelty of fate. Because he doesn't walk the path they think he ought to tread, they'd rather see me lonely, or they'd rather see me dead. But they don't see the kindness in the middle of his soul, or the way pieces whole. Let them hold their Bibles and let them hold their breath. I'm choosing life and choosing love instead of choosing death. The organ's playing loudly, but my heart is louder still. Standing on the promise and the power of my will. It's a heavy kind of silence that is filling up the room. Oh, waiting for the lightning and the coming of the doom. They call it a sin, but I call it a grace. Finding my heaven in the forbidden face. The book is on the table and the law is on the wall. But love is the highest and the greatest of them all. The back pew, the judgment. I remember how they used to smile and call me sister dear, before I found the courage to be honest and be clear. Now they cross the street to avoid the shadow that I cast, trying to bury all the beauty of the present in the past. But when the night is falling and the church is locked and cold, I've got a warmer story than the ones that they have told. I see him waiting for me by the edge of the dark wood. A man they call a devil, but I know is only good. We don't need the incense and we don't need the stone to find a piece of sacredness that we can call our own. The world is full of judges and the world is full of pride, with no room for the spirit that is living deep inside. So let them keep their pews and let them keep their hollow praise. I'm spending all my evenings and I'm spending all my days wrapped inside a love that doesn't fit within their line. A human kind of mercy that is truly and divine. They say the book is closed. They say there's no room for us. But I looked at the birds and I looked at the rain, and I don't see no judgment there. If love is a crime, then I'll wear the chains. I'm not leaving him. The service is finally over and the people start to leave, brushing off the dust from every polyester sleeve. I walk out with my head held high and a fire in my eyes. Underneath the vastness of the wide and open sky, they can keep their secrets and they can keep their shame. I'm not afraid of the fire or the calling of my name. I'll meet him in the valley where the grass is long and green, far away from every eye and everything they've seen. We're building up a temple out of truth and out of trust, while their hollow traditions are all turning into dust. It's a long road to travel when you're walking on your own, but I'd rather have this love than be a queen upon a throne. So tell the town the story and tell the town the preacher and forbidden by the law, but the purest kind of vision that the people ever saw. So tell the town the story, and tell the town the news. I'm walking in a different pair of heavy holy shoes, forbidden by the preacher and forbidden by the law, but the purest kind of vision that the people ever saw. Love is the law. I am not ashamed. I'm going home to him.
Listening to the distant sound of a lonely morning quail. I know they're talking about me in the shops and in the square. I can feel the weight of every cold and bitter stare. They say I've led her astray and that I've taken her from grace, because they cannot understand the light upon her face. I'm a man without a title and a man without a name, in a town that's busy playing such a cool and huddle game. But when I see her coming through the gate out through the trees, the world begins to settle and I'm finally at my ease. She brings a smell of incense and she brings a smell of high, and for a little moment I can claim that she is mine. We don't have a witness and we don't have a ring, but we've got the kind of melody that only we can sing inside this shadow sanctuary, safe from every eye, underneath the cover of the velvet even sky. It's a secret in the valley, it's a fire in the dark, a tiny little flame that grew from a tiny little spark. They can have the sunlight and they can have the streets, as long as I can feel her heart against my heartbeat. Forbidden sanctuary. I saw the way they looked at her when she walked out of a choir, like they wanted for the floor in a hot and burning fire. It makes me wanna scream and it makes me wanna fight, but I know the only power is to hold you through the night. But building up a fortress out of whispers and of sighs, hiding from the poison in their cold and narrow eyes. I'm the ghost they talk about to keep the children in their beds, the shadow that is living in their fearful weary heads. But I'm just a man who loves her with a heart that's wide and deep, with 1,000 different promises I'm trying for the key. I'll be her protector
They think they can box it up. They think they can say this is right and never's wrong. But look at her. Look at the way she breathes when she's here. She's in loss. She's finally found. We'll stay in the shadows if that's what it takes to keep the light.
The moon is rising high now, and the world is finally still, as we sit together on the edge of a silent grassy hill. I can hear her praying, but it's a lot to what it's saying. It's a human kind of music, beautiful and faint. She's praying for the courage, and she's praying for the strength to walk the long road with me to the very fatherland. I'll kiss the palms of her hands, and I'll kiss the salt of her tears, watching away the judgment in the heavy hollow fears. One day we'll walk into the sun, and we won't have to hide. We're the true divine emotion as our only holy guide. But until that morning breaks and until the bells all ring, I'll be the shadow sanctuary for the woman that I say. So let them whisper in the aisles and whisper at the gate. We got love that's stronger than their narrow-minded hate. It's a secret and it's sacred, and it's beautiful and true. The only thing I ever found that I could give to you.
Stay with me. We're safe here. Just us.